and we deal with the stars. Rastacolony in a day over Mars. We deal with the colony, we deal with this. Linger them a linger, but they don't even pray. When them a pray, watch them a pray. The hands are class, the eyes open. Them a eat, them a laugh, and them a talk. Jah we love, Jah is our beginning. And we deal with the stars. Rastacolony in a day over Mars. We deal with the colony, we deal with
washed and burned away. Just say so. I know me say so, just say so. Truth and right we need, you see me? Love and unity we need.
True that, you know. Kaboom! The man say you have to deal with the R, you know, righteousness. Because righteousness exalts a nation, you know. And honesty is the biggest thing, you know.
Thanks, man.
Honesty is the best policy in life, you know. And that's how things go. So we not change nothing. We just have to set it the way the king set it, you know. Just follow the footstep, you know. We just coming up for him to come teach the ways, you know. Let I and I children know, say Rastafari is the truth and the light, you know. And no one can enter into the gate of Zion without the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, you know. So we don't have much to say because I'm already set it up, say behold how good and how pleasant it is for I and I to dwell in perfect unity, you know. Yeah. And it is like a precious ointment, you know, that run through the beard, even Aaron's beard onto the skirt of his garment, you know. It's like a dew of Ammon, the dew that descend upon the mountain of Zion, you know, where the Most High Jah Rastafari commanded his blessing, you know. So he say, the man said that trust in him shall be as Mount Zion, which shall not be moved but abided forever. So I and I children just trust in the Most High, you know. We're not believing in no folly things. We're not believing in no negativity, you know, unity, you know, fasting.
Rastafari!
Last year, the first, you know. Come fi burn down Eden, burn down pagan act, you know. As you know, we're in the land of Canaan, Vancouver, with enough Batsy, enough Homo. So we come fi burn down all them folly things, you know. And I not deal with no folly, you know. And I deal with righteousness. The man with X is the man that come to kill you, condemn you, you know. So the man with R come with righteousness, because righteousness is the way, as I already said, you know. So let's just give thanks to the King of Kings, the Most High, Adonai, Ababajana, you know, because him set everything and we have to follow his footsteps, you know. Rastafari say, last year, Jah.
Rastafari, and I give liberty.
Stop thinking, you can't stop
and praises to Jah, the Most High, you know, the ones that send the angelic being, the one that empower all man and woman to govern the earth and bring the earth under their subject and under their control, but they turn around, you see, and sin against the fish, and they sin against the meat, and they sin against all of these animals by eating them. But Jah Rastafari knows Vancouver we there, and we have to set it and bless it. Rastafari knows. Guidance and protection. 2013. Watch how it's gonna go in 2014.
As we say, love is the way, you know. That's why me always say love. And me I deal with it. When me come to Vancouver, me like it. Me see Punjabi and the Chinese. Them all live together, yes, with no fighting. Why and I children are fighting over each other, you know? We have to live in love, you know. Because the man say love, and as a man, as long life, me stand for love, you know. Without love, you can't enter the gate of Zion. Now, you have to clean up yourself, you know. Purge up your soul, you know, because cleanliness, you know, you have to cleanse up. As the man say, again, back to history, you know. Yeah. Because most of the time, I like to talk about my people history, you know, my story. Because them say his story, when we say back to my story, you know. Mind you, just apologize, we set it up for the Rasta colony. Yes, we have to set it up for the rastacolony.com, you know. Yes, I have. Because in our website, you have to see enough things. Go there and get your truth. It's not nothing hide, we change nothing, we just have to pass on everything again as it's been set up, you know. Because sometimes people forget the past and you need someone to refresh it in your brain, you know. Yes. So don't forget yourself. And I people, when I say and I people, I mean brothers and sisters from the land of Mama, Africa. Me say, you know, don't forget your history. Know your roots. If you don't know your roots, then you lost your faith, you know. Because Babylon come tell you say you know if you believe in none of your history, you know. If you believe in not them history, not believe in your history, your story. So me not deal with them story. Me deal with my story, you know, because Rastafari say me have to deal with my story. So if you go back and check it, you know, David ruled the earth, you know, David conquered everything, you know. So through the lineage of David, everything set up. You know, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, as he said.
Yes.
Until Shalom comes, you know. So through the house of Judah, I stand strong, you know. Yeah. So I use this Judah right now to just pass on the message with the mouth, you know, the mouth speaker, you know. And I is a Simeonite, you know, and a Levite still, you know. So give thanks for life all the time, you know. Blessed love.
Rastafari, bless up.
Linger them a linger, but calling in all linger. Linger them a linger, but calling in all linger. Linger them a linger, but we not linger. Watch them a linger, linger over there. Linger them a linger, but they don't even pray. When them a pray, watch them a pray. The hands are class, the eyes open. Them a eat, them a laugh, and them a talk. Jah we love. Jah is our beginning and our ending. We cannot do these things without the almighty blessing. Rastacolony call down by the imperial one. Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yeshua, Yeshua. Colony call up on Yeshua. I hear what Yeshua say. Yeshua tell me to bless everyone. Treat everybody equal like one. Don't treat people. But you know Rastacolony never partial. Linger them a linger and a wide them a wide. Blaze them a blaze but a gaze them a gaze. When colony coming now we step on the case. Stand for pyramid and deal with the case. Talk about the Nephilims, talk about the giants and watch the giants and the giants them are over there. Linger them a linger, but a play them a play. Rastacolony, you know we bless you all the while. Rastacolony top into mind, muzzling things. Deal with astronomy and we deal with the stars. Rastacolony in a day over Mars. We deal with the colony, we deal with the stars. We know Jah, he bless us after all. We not go run into no Berlin wall. Rastacolony not go run into no Berlin wall. Leave that. Rastacolony not go run into no Berlin wall. Watch them a run into Berlin wall. Them a fall after all. But Rastacolony stand up on the mountain and praise Jaja. We call upon the emperor named Haile Selassie. The emperor did it in Ethiopia. Living at the holy mountains in Addis Ababa. The people gone down in Addis Ababa to overthrow Addis Ababa state, saying that they want to find the veil. The veil is something that work with the vile energy. The vile energy come from King Selassie. The vile energy is to do with the veil. The veil is something that work with the Ark of the Covenant down in Ethiopia. They're looking for the Ark of the Covenant down there. Rastacolony gone to unfold all of this thing. The mystery is the mystery, but the man is just the man. The colony is the colony, but the colony is the one. lf1 mean the one who have lifelong faith in the Lord. The Lord is the man who come and set all of us free. So remember, colony, Rastacolony, on the borderline, line. So the holy mountains is in Addis Ababa. So watch the church down in there that they call Lalabella. Make sure you get a visit as the real Rasta man. Put on the robe and go to Ethiopia and touch the building that they call Lalabella. The building built out of a mountain. The people they never use no rocket science. They just build it from their hand. They build it from their head top. Everything is geometrically in line. Nothing is level and everything is level and everything is in line. And people they there praise God and should go there and praise God. And every man a praise God and Rastacolony they there praise God too. Cause we not scared, we just praise God. Remember Michael Jackson, we say colonies. We just praise the Lord. over Addis Ababa. When we look over Addis Ababa looks so good. We see the church like them a call and the bella. We jump in and all the bella start hail the king. We hail up the emperor, the start of David. The start of David is in the holy one. The holy mountains is in Jalan. We love the holy mountains. We love the holy mountains. We love the holy mountains. Rasta colony, you know we not partial. Here to declare equal rights, truths and justice. Just like Martin Luther King or the one Malcolm X. You see we do Marcus Garvey work, we do Bob Marley work. In this time zone, the pyramid code. You should go and check it and find out about the real energy. The man Nikola Tesla use the real energy. Take Tesla, go and tap into the real energy. Tesla tap into the earth, ionosphere. The ionosphere, you don't have to fear. But the man them build something that you have to fear. They call it the death ray, or they call it the harp. The thing launch one lightning bolt in the earth, lightning rod in the earth. The thing launch one lightning rod in the earth. People start to bar, people start to scream, people start to holler. But we know that they can use the fuel for positivity. And they know that they could use the fuel for positivity. Tesla tap into the fuel and find out that the fuel energy can give everybody electricity down here upon this planet. But they don't want to give the free electricity to everybody, so they just hold the fuel and ban it. But colony gonna expose all of these things. Rasta colony, they depend on the borderline. Rasta colony, lf1pon. Yeah. So check out that game permit code at www.rastacolony. Remember it's Ras Marcus here per rhythm track in association with lf1 in the studio live. And you know that we are frightened to drop these tracks too. And we drop these things like these things is hot. You see we again, so with the power rhythm, I ride rhythm. Talk about the pyramid code and the pyramid, the Eve, the anarchy. We talk about the grace. Say we're gonna talk about the grace, you know. We leave out the grace on top of. When we leave out that, we check into ET. When we leave ET, we find a different kind of aliens in the atmosphere. Say them and they never need a spaceship, they just fly down. They come up at the star that they call Leo. Watch them and them in Egypt, they set up their headquarter. Go and check out the pyramid, that is the headquarter. Hey, in Egypt, River Euphrates, cause the man was first created. So check the history to do with Egyptology. Check your history to do with Africa then. Check your history and see where you're coming from. Rasta colony will let you know, man. If you don't know where you're coming from, check the pyramid code. Check the hieroglyphics on the wall. See what Hitler got there for. See why the drill was so important. See why they went to look for the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant cannot be found. The Cyclops in Ethiopia keep the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, they cannot be found. The Ark is there and the world blind them if them touch it. But the drill still present the energy. Tesla tap into the drill energy. Give us the harp and they give us the free. Blow up anything that come in the sky. Tesla man, you know he was a great man. Invent electricity and don't even partial no man. But Tesla, we thank you, you know man, for inventing electricity like AC power. We don't need a station from 100 miles to 100 miles like the Edison say. We don't care what Edison say. We not deal with DC power, we are deal with AC power. Bring power from Buffalo, New York to from Niagara Falls to Buffalo, New York. The man bring power from Buffalo, the man bring power from Niagara Falls to Buffalo, New York. Before any wires drop into the earth, ionosphere, the earth let go all this electrical surge. Everything in New York light up the man. Watch it how it come from Buffalo, New York. People never fear when they see the drill in a man. We don't need no wires for no electricity no man. Now we just need to have the drill in a man. How this cell phone work before any wires no man? Man, everything seems like it can work without wires. So why we not go back and deal with wires? Man, we should be dealing without wires. Why did we sticking into the wires? We gone down in a White House and check out the We gone down in a White House and check it out, President. We gone down in a White House and check out President Carter. President Carter put up a nuclear system. No, he never put up no nuclear system. President Carter put up a solar system. They take down the solar system. They want to run no Reagan through. He win the election and he don't want solar power, but solar power is the best power, no man. Rastacolony, we have to hold the thing and just tap into the source of the energy, the stone and the diamonds and the earth and the mineral and the everything. Plutonium and titanium, them are used for the wrong thing. Rastacolony, we can tap in and use it for the right things. Yeah, Rastacolony did it to unfold all of the mystery. Instead of flying on the moon, we gonna fly and go for. They got a new barrel and fly past the 12th planet. They put down one planet, sitting in Pluto, no man. They said a 9 planet, they say a 12 planet. No man say a 9 planet, tell them say a 12 planet. But they say 12 planet, it's not a 9 planet. But the Anunnaki fly out of the 12th planet. Rastacolony, when they unfold this, the man they got a telescope in the Vatican. Vatican got the biggest telescope, man. But they have this telescope beaming in the sky. But never send telescope and message in the sky. The radio send telegraph and the radio send telegraph and the radio send telegraph and wave messages. Send it to Mars and they send it to Pluto and they send it to Mercury and they send it to Saturn. They're sending all kind of television message stating that they want to reach the aliens. These things are very expensive to do these things. So how Vatican is paying for these things when people down here and they're still suffering? Rastafari see these things and know it is the truth. Rastafari never hide the truth, fear no man. Rastafari come and bring the truth and declare the truth. Rastafari will never leave the people behind. Rastafari always put people first. Rastafari deal with Jah and Jah come first. We never leave our Jah and we leave with the Psalms. Read the Psalms today, keep the devil away. Rasta say keep the Psalms today, we keep the devil away. Read the Psalms today, keep all the devil away. You want long life? You tell me to read the Psalms, to read the Psalms. Long life, tell me to read the Psalms. To me read the Psalms, me read the Psalms. Just to keep the devil off of me back. Me already done. Me read the Psalms and man, me read the Psalms and man, just to keep the devil off me back. Because last night the devil tried to attack me, man. Let me get me from him and me feel it. The devil always after me, just up in the black and white and say he wants to treat me. Gonna Rastacolony and try to unfold these things. Tell me for long life how it was a mystery. Long life tell me to go back and see and praise Lord. Where your eyes gold and green. Go and study the ink. So I went and take up the ink. So when I go and check back the devil couldn't touch me because I was wearing the ink and the power was there. Long life, you know, you inspire me. Man, you give me the books and tell me to study. So me just pick up the books and start to study. Me study signs and seas and revelation. Me study mind and mystery and all these things. Long life you go and pass the star. Long life you well bless the man. Man, step on the rhythm and write it up. Long life you know that you have the key and you are the one. Long life best one in the earth and a man just like a king. We got the prophet, the priest and the king. Long life you unto the prophet and the priest and the king. You know your trinity is belong to all three. Jah bless you, no man. The old this man to come in a Vancouver sign with all three. See long life, you know. Say you're a true soldier and Jah got you down in this battle down in here for a reason. They say we down in a Canaan. Long life you be there. The man I'm number one brethren. A man long life, you know. The man never disappoint me. Jah put me behind wall. The man that try to put me behind wall. A long life, you never feel me. You come the after all. And there's a knock on the wall and boom down the wall. Long life walk through wall like an invisible. Long life you know you a prophet. Long life you well blessed on a man. Long life God bless you. Long life lf1 Rastacolony love. Long life is the man who I promote right now. Rastacolony I put long life in the place. Long life is the man in a wrap up the me now hold these with the man wrap up on this with the long life. You know the code that you put Jah first. You read up your Psalms and you bless up your Psalms. You keep it rather clean and you bless up no man. You see everybody and you heal up no man. But Rastacolony you give me the books no man. A long life I tell me to go and study no man. From ever since 2005 I want to study. We just hold these things and start to study. When we start to study we get to unfold the mystery. Long life you know you are the man who we run. Man, come again man, come again. Rastacolony did a life on all ends. You know say it is Ras war. And we running overload. Overload people, we going overload. Hear this one in our game. Watch this. See the people in a pyramid code used to live way beyond the stars. Come up on Orion, built in Egypt. When they come down in the Orion, built in Egypt. But they try to come and contaminate the man. Then they live with man and then they live with woman. They said there was enough feelings, the giants. The giants that they used to live with man, you see. But the giants used to live with man, you see. Watch them a live with man, you see. Giants a live with man, you see. Watch them a live with man, you see. But Nephilims in a revel, the Nephilims. Moses see them, the Nephilims, them living a hey. Rasta colony, and full these things, talk about these things and about these things and think about these things. Rasta colony, we did it and we not.
So Rasta colony never store. Rasta colony stand up straight like a wall. Rasta colony unfold the pyramids. Rasta colony like he was flying in the air. Watch Rasta colony over there. People come saying say Rasta colony they don't have no fear. Bust like a bomb in the atmosphere. Rasta colony say they're going over there. Man them say they're going to unfold the keys. They're gonna unfold revelation and study the chakras. Gonna tell the people about the truth about the earning our keys. People them are stunned and then the people them are holler. Or Rasta colony come and declare the truth. 2014 Rasta colony did it and a lead. Rasta colony gonna lead in a 2014. Say the shackles was unfold and then the keys come after. And then after the keys we got King Solomon. And King Solomon was the descendant of King David. All of that was explaining colony 1. Colony 1 is not like colony 2. Colony 3 is not like colony 4. But colony 5 nobody knows. Rasta colony is gonna unfold these things. Say Rasta colony is gonna unfold these things. So watch the pyramid code. People watch the pyramid code. See the pyramid code. People tell me what you see in the code. Say the code is not black, nor the code is not red, nor the code is not purple, nor the code is not green. Check out the code and tell me what is the code. I see the anarchies that they're trying to fly off the east in the pyramid because they wanted to do sacrifice. Sacrifice it never happened to them. Drop down on the stars. They come down on the stars and they fly down on the place. They come in at the place cause they come down from off of the stars. The stars that the people them call Leo. The man right down in the Orion belt. The man them say that Osiris was also there. You are tapping. You're gonna tap in. The people them say that Osiris was also there. Osiris come down pan the earth, right down pan the pyramid, come down to the place called Egypt. Osiris say he come to seek blood. Osiris say he don't deal with blood transfusion. Osiris say he come to seek monotonic gold. The man star in Egypt where the ankh is a thing that is biblically and culturally known. Everybody today want to wear the ankh, but check what's the colony in a man. See what the ankh is about. No man, the ankh never fail no man. Colony Pan 2014. Yeah. Rasta colony Pan 2014. Yeah. Check out the pyramid code. You know the pyramid never fail. Say the pyramid was used to use back in those times. People say the pyramid used to use for archaeological sign. When they check it out, they say it's used for harmonical sign. When they check it out, they say it's used for electrical sign. Who knows what the pyramid is for? Nobody never knows. Rasta colony gone on a major investigation to investigate the pyramids. What Rasta colony find with documentaries with how spaceship come and land down on the pyramids. Rasta colony has to go and unfold the truth to the people because colony on the borderline, explaining pyramids, explaining the red, the gold and the green. Rasta colony, tell them about the stars of King David.
know when we blaze, people see it. Everything look red from about 1,000,000 miles or so. Rasta colony, we did it on a star, we did it in a foreign, we know did a linger, we don't linger, we don't even gaze. Rasta colony did it, and we did it so straight. People them must see me, and I wonder how we stay. But them know that we packing, and we stay ever. But Rasta colonies, www.rastacolony in a combination with Rasta Marcus doing the first LP being released 2014, summer of 2014. It is being released. So here we go again and tell them about the pyramids. We unfold the pyramids. We tell them about the stars. How Melchizedek that released the seals onto the one that they call Enoch. Enoch get scared and run to the ends of the earth. Gone to tell the man but how Noah's gonna born. Noah come forth and succeed in the earth. Noah come down but Noah was not in a hearse. Noah come down with his family for sure. He was with Ham, Shem, Japheth and Shamrock, Meshach and Abednego. And Ham, he never said the ship always sail. But what if the minute that's the colony don't run it red. You know that's the colony don't in the heads. Yeah, understand? We go forward or backwards. So anyway again, we're gonna climb up the mountain cause it's Rasta colony per all ends and it's Ras War again. And you know we ain't got no time to linger upon the tracks too. So here we go again and ride it again. Rapid. Pyramid code 3. Not pyramid code 4, but pyramid code 3. Pyramid code, we never ease up. Watch them come in and they stumble in the ring, but they can't stand up. When pyramid code 3, hold them like a bomb from Iraq. Pyramid code 3, bust up them brother and cause them to splatter. But we bring it back and chase it back to all of our roots. We go back to the place that they call Ethiopia, sticking at the place that they call Egypt. Go back in the place that they call Africa. Stay down in another place that they call Samaria. And for the truth, bring it to the eyes and let them see it clear. The Rasta colony, not have a partial with nothing them a deal with. Everything is clear and factual. Watch my lyrics and hear how we sound. Everything is fictional, nothing not partial. We're not even partial. We bring this thing straight from our head top. Like drop it in the lyric and we don't even have to tell them about the clarity and everything. People them a listen and I say that them a hear. But Rasta colony, I'm gonna make sure that them hear. Lyrics after lyrics, year after year. Colonies, span the border line. Line 999 colonies. This is the victory time. Time. lf1 rastacolony www.com. You know we go for 10 minutes too. Cause we ain't scared. They give me the mic to hold it, you know. And we gonna hold this mic like this mic with a trophy. Or like an Oscar award or like a Grammy. So we not let go. Remember Michael Jackson? Remember Michael? Alright, so that's all in peace. Rasta colony was there, holy and solely. And Rasta colony will be there. Rasta colony went there and unfold the mystery. Don't say that you didn't see me, because I was there. Rasta colony went there and unfold the mystery and deal with the revelation and talk about John. He say how the man feed them. It was made of bronze, yes, and bronze we know it is made of metal. And metal have a feel when metal burn, yes, it burn hot like a furnace. Rasta colony know this. Rasta colony went there and unfold the mystery. Remember Michael Jackson? And he will be there. We talk about the pyramid codes, yes. And then we talk about Moses. And then we talk about
instrumentalize the place and stir up the place. Rasta colony got it all back in their head top. Rasta colony never have to study how to drop it. We just drop it like it's getting hot. Yeah, that is Rasta colony. Come on again. Remember Michael Jackson? We have been 10 minutes, you know, so we can done it now. We can drop it like it's hot now, cause it's www.live and direct in the studio. Ras Marcus pyramid code. Check out pyramid code 3. Not pyramid code, pyramid code.
Rasta colony know this. Rasta colony know this. So remember, the intergalactic male is the intergalactic female. We know about the pineal gland. We know about the third eye. Rasta colony, we done went there already, and we unfold all of this. Rasta colony got these lyrics to spit out like they ain't no tricks. Remember, we go there and unfold the truth to make sure that everything is known. Everything must be known. Because remember, we have the newborn children who is the indigos. And the indigos is very smart. You know, man, all 13 chakras have been active. All 13 chakras have been activated. Rasta colony now they stand up on the bank and watch the indigos get washed by. Remember, Vatican just want to have us span the convertible belt. Remember that your brain is the highest source down here on this planet, and they want to control that with the internet, man. Rasta colony, just please do some artwork, no man. Rasta colony, please read some books, no man. Rasta colony, please do something that is very detrimental, no man. Rasta colony, go and record a song, no man. Rasta colony, we not gonna fear no one. Rasta colony, we have put Jah first, no man. Rasta colony, in this time zone, people need to know these things. Ras Marcus is here letting the ones them know this. The powers have been given unto the emperor. The emperor run the place that they call Ethiopia. Watch the people them down in Ethiopia. They never want to heard until the emperor put his feet on the time bomb. Remember, 1 ton of gold give you brain capacity. Where did the brain capacity come from that he was able to speak to the one president, JF Kennedy? How did the kings of kings from Ethiopia was also able to line up himself and show them seals and badges to the one Queen Elizabeth? Is the king or is the king imperial? Remember, he was the first and he wasn't the last. He's the head of heads and the kings of kings. He was known as the earth's rightful ruler. Remember they took the depiction from Ethiopia. Remember them a play that them a sit on the throne, but we know where the throne come from. Remember, man, they like the first, and man, they like the second. Remember the one who is like unto the archangel, Michael the archangel, he come down already. Remember them man, the trod down in a places like Ethiopia. Remember that is Jah headquarter. Remember that is their preference. Rasta colony, we know this. The mystery is the mystery, but the colony is the colony. That's why we have to go and make our documentaries. So when we make our documentaries, don't feel that we did it and I sit down and we not care about trees, because we care about the trees as well. Also, they are onto one of the highest source. Remember, everything that you do come from out of the trees. Okay, the money that you spend that come from the trees, the furniture that you sit on that come from the trees. So everything that you see is out of the trees. You know, see with me, you say Rasta man, the man. Material is out of trees. Material is out of rocks. Material come out of the stone. Everything that we have is out of Mama Earth. So please carry a piece of Mama Earth in your pocket, because the stone of the earth is likewise onto Mama. If you have a stone in your pocket, means that you always have Mama. Rasta colony is gonna give you the highest source. Remember, leave the silver for the angels them, leave the gold for God them. We don't have to use a silver and a stone. Remember, the stone carry the highest source. Rasta colony say the stone carry the highest source to the stem of everything. Rasta colony stores will say before us and they will be here after. Rasta colony, please tap into this thing like a super quantum drive. That's how it works when they get to your body. Rasta colony know this. Rasta colony get to unfold this. Yeshua went down and Yeshua come down as the Messiah. Remember, this man was humble, because the meek shall inherit the earth. This man was humble. This man then trod up in a Mercedes Benz. The man ride down on a donkey. Remember, the man was born in a stable. Remember, history record this. He was the prophet who come down already. Remember, he fulfilled all the prophecies. Remember, the Antichrist know this. Rastacolony I go reveal this. In this time zone, Rastacolonies pan all ends. Ras Marcus just did it cleanly. I just document everything, let everybody know that in this time zone that they can't trick God. God is like God, and God put everything first. Everybody go first when they see God. How they have to seek the Father in these times. Remember, the Father said that all things was made subject unto Him, which we know that all things was made subject unto the Father. The Father knows that everything that is His, and the earth is His, and the plutonium and the titanium and everything in the earth belongs to Jah, and everything that we do should be like a reflection of Jah, God of Himself coming on the earth. I remember when the angelic being came down before, and they walked in the earth amongst men, and they walk in the earth amongst men. Men said today that they show us the ark. So remember that when the archangels come in at the earth, some come in at the earth as fallen angels, because they try to fight against the host of heaven. So 1/3 of them was kicked out into the core. So when they come down, then some of them come down to lie with man and they lie with woman. Remember they come down as the fallen angels. Some of them was known to be as the Nephilims. When the Nephilims showed man how to inbreed metal, how to go into the earth and how to work metal. Remember Poseidon had a trident that they used to blast out like a rocket. Remember that was made for him by a fallen angel. Remember those energy and powers and properties is still in the earth and can be harnessed. Remember Nikola Tesla tapped into the earth ionosphere. Tesla tapped into the earth ionosphere and Tesla tapped into the earth's ionosphere and access all of these things. Remember, Tesla tapped into the earth's ionosphere and access all of these things. The real energy is like onto a tsunami. When the real energy come down, the body can't even stop it. It's like a thunderbolt or something collide. Watch the real energy kick off, it's like a thunderbolt. Everybody run up under the bed when they hear a thunderbolt. So who could be more powerful than the thunderbolt at the one who it was made for? Remember it was made for angelic being. Remember the angelic being is either Gabriel or Michael. Remember the power have been given unto them. Remember when they come back, man should try to fight against them. Remember Michael the archangel fight for Jah already, and he can fight for Jah again. Man fight against him with this time with the death ray and the harp. The man can change the energy. Man have that power. Man can change the energy. Man can change up the weather. Man can cause it to fall, cause rain to fall. Man can cause clouds to appear. Man, they have the death ray and they have the harp that is known to do that. That is the same thing that happened to the ionosphere. Rastacolony, we know this. Man can change up the weather with the death ray and the harp. The real energy is like unto that. But remember that all the powers was being given unto him. Michael the archangel fight for God before he fight on Jah's behalf already. And he will do it again, because when he come back they're gonna try to smite him down. But remember the power has been given unto him to bring everything onto his subject. And that he will do, bring everything onto his subject. Remember every knee shall bow and every tongue confess. Man can prance up, but how them are the best. But me know all of them is like ants. Me see them a move and a move. Remember in Ecclesiastes the Father say go back to the ant. Consider the ant ways and be wise. Tell me which one of them up to this time went back to the ant. Tell me who consider the ant ways and be wise. Remember the ants are crawled up on the dirt. Remember the dirt have all the rocks. Remember the rocks is like onto the bones of the earth, which is like the highest mineral or the highest property. Remember we was made of dirt. Remember the Father said go back to the dirt and check the ants in the dirt. So tell me which one of them went back to Ecclesiastes and see what the Father say about the ants them, to go and check them and see how the ants them are relate then. Nobody don't want to see how the ants them are relate them, but the Father said to check them. So me I check them, because it's a colony. And me check that the earth did it, and the rock them did it, and the stone did it, and me see Mama Africa there, and me see the earth there, and me see Ethiopia there, and me see the pyramids there, and me see the power there, and me see the real energy. Rastacolony tap into the real energy. Colony tap into the real energy. Joke them a joke and laugh them a laugh. Not take time out to pray, not to call upon that one. Remember, we're dealing with the team that have all the powers. The the power have been given unto that one. So therefore I join up by his right hand, just so that some power could be handed to me. But I appreciate all the other things, all the power is being handed unto we. Rastacolony know this. The documentary have proved this. The documentary have proved this. Megalithic stones come out of the earth. This is no crane couldn't lift this. Not even the population in this time couldn't drag this. So who could do this? Rastacolony unfold this. People please tell me this. Man, they sit down out there, but them don't wonder how the pyramids was built. Who could have lift some megalithic stones but for 400 feet in the air? Watch the stones, them weigh over about 3 jumbo jet size. Even if the whole population team up in at this time, they can't even lift 3 jumbo jet size. Rastacolony who could have done this? The man them with the ant, them possess the power. Remember the man them did it in Egypt and the picture was right on. It was right on in stone so that it can't be burned. Go back and check the Sumerian text and see what is going on. Remember that John baptized Jesus at the river Jordan. Remember Jordan was close to the place called Lalabella. Remember he was being baptized very close to his home. Remember Jesus the Yeshua was being baptized very close to his home. John baptized Jesus, said he wasn't even worthy not to even bow down and undo his shoelace. The Father said that this is your time, so just have grace. Take the blessing and dip me under the water and submerge me and make me rise back and make me surface. Because the Father have surface and emerge. Because he have surface and emerge. That's what the why Rastacolony is surfacing. Remember the silver surfer was made out of metal. When he come down over Egypt, it snowed in a man. The silver surfer was so powerful. Remember when he comes down, everything just baboosh. The city will be done up in 3 days in a man. The man come to every planet and done it in 3 days. The planet will not exist after the Silver Surfer come down. Please check into the movie Fantastic Four. See how the Silver Surfer operate as a metal creature. Go back to the movie T2 and watch Arnold there. So see the man was made of bones underneath, just like the angels. The angel bones was made of metal, just like in T2 or in the movie of the Fantastic Four with the Silver Surfer. Remember John said that the Father feet was made of bronze like onto metal. Metal was there burning hot like furnace. Remember, go back to the Silver Surfer or the Terminator. How could the Terminator come through a different dimension? Watch the dimension that he come through. He wasn't out of this world. Remember the Silver Surfer come down like a star. He was flying from outer orbit. Remember he come into our atmosphere to destroy the planet. Remember in 3 days he said the planet will not longer exist. And after 3 days, the Silver Surfer changed his mind just because he met the goddess, which was a woman down here who make us equal. Remember, we can't do without the women, so please treat them equal. So Rastacolony tap into these things. The brain power have been given unto us. Our brain space improve every day. Watch the brain space that we have and the capacity. The capacity is more stronger than electricity. Our brain don't need no wires. We tap into the real energy. We don't need no wires. Remember, megatonic gold is a superconductive agent, meaning that 100% out is 100% in. If you put it into your body, your brain will be working as a quantum drive, meaning that you become telepathic. Everything becomes known to you now, man. What you never knew before, now you know now. Because the children them who born now, they know things that we don't know. Because they're born with all 13 chakras activated. When you did born, only 7 of yours was activated. Now they're born with the galactic male and the galactic female, just to show that man and woman is equal. All activated. And the pineal gland is there. The dream wells is there. Everything is there. The chakras we went on 4. The keys of Solomon. Remember we went back to Lalabella and tell them that the keys that them hold belongs to Solomon. Solomon come down to the dynasty of King of Menelik. Menelik the first was related to Queen Sheba, the mom of Menelik. Remember the dad of Menelik gave the mom a ring so that she can put on when the son born. If he was to be a man, he's supposed to wear the ring. Remember the ring had on the lion of the tribe of Judah. Remember that is why Rastafari respect the lion of the tribe of Judah. Remember Judah is who was given the power. Remember Judah is also known as the house of God, and Judah belongs to we. Remember, Judah was given the power. I remember Judah was given unto Ray. Remember that when they went down, and that he was supposed to wear a ring. She was supposed to put this ring on his finger, and he was supposed to come back and wear this ring. And he did wear that ring. Man, let return back to his father, which was King Solomon. King Solomon then give him the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant then come back into Ethiopia. Remember, Queen Sheba wanted to control the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant was in her possession because she controlled the whole of Ethiopia, all past Yemen, all down in the place called South Arabia. She is the one who control all of that. All of that belongs to Ethiopia. Remember, the holy mountains, Lalabella, is there. The father said there is where he will lie, and there he will see where he will resign. He told Moses to take off his shoes, and he can enter. And then the father said that because it seems interesting that he want to enter, he can come on to him if he's there. So he come on to him if he's there, and Moses went over there to the father, and the father talked to Moses because the father used to talk to man. Remember, the father can read your mind because all the father is made out of metal, and the melatonin gold belongs to the father, and the father you have that quantum drive. Don't forget that Yeshua, Jesus of himself, touched the gold cup, which is known as the Holy Grail, which give him powers as well, which will come back to be as metal again. Remember, he said he'll come back as the one. Remember, Yeshua was the lamb, and the lamb was depicted, and also as an animal creature, which when we went into rastacolony and talked about the zoo type. And say when he come back as the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. So that is why rastacolony respecting all the lion of the tribe of Judah. Judah was man that come out of the house of Judah. The powers was given to him by the king of Ethiopia. His father, which by King Solomon, which is his father, control all of Jerusalem because King David was his father. The man that run Jerusalem red. The man run Jerusalem with all the powers. Remember, no gold was seen in Jerusalem as much as when this man was reign. King Solomon. Remember, he was in a depiction with the Queen Sheba, so where was all that gold coming from? Yeah, Queen Sheba used to supply him with about 700 caravans long of product, which meaning it's like a train full with carts on top of carts. So Queen Sheba used to supply King Solomon. Back in those days, they used to like to do trade. Remember, the powers was given unto rastacolony to disclose these things. These things is not hidden. These things is known to us because this is our history. Remember, they want to tell us about history, about their history. But remember, we don't care about their history. We care about our story. Remember that X is the man that come to condemn or to kill you. And remember, R is for righteousness. The man with R is the man who's bringing righteousness. And that is what rastacolony is declaring. Remember, you never see rastacolony bearing no arms. Remember, rastacolony carry doctrine. Remember, rastacolony carry intellectual. Remember, rastacolony carry brain. Remember, rastacolony tap into the brain source. Remember, in Egypt, if you want to save yourself, you have to bring your body. That is where the pharaohs used to drill out the brain. But rastacolony have the brain right now. Remember, the spirit cannot manifest without flesh, and rastacolony did here in a flesh. So know these things. Rastacolony know this. We was empowered by the Imperial One, which is he came down already in flesh. He walks amongst men. Remember, they come down on Leo. Leo bears the depiction before. And Rastacolony went there again and bear the record that Leo brought down the angelic beings. When they come down on Leo, they River Nile with flood for 70 days. After, then they will have crops. Rastacolony know this. Rastacolony reveal this. Rastacolony know this. There was a beginning, so there must be an end. So prepare yourself to know the maker in this time. Don't be stupid trying to know all other unknown things that is not necessary. Seek understanding. Remember, knowledge cannot be found, not even in the secret of places. Remember to take up some books and even try to read. Try to read the Psalms, because my brethren, I make sure that me read the Psalms and he are instilling me. Tell me to hold up my Bible and read the Psalms. The man, that thing invoke invocation inside of me and expand me thought. Don't forget the Lord is our shepherd and our salvation. Who shall we fear? We shall fear no other man. So put God first and forget about the judges. Forget about because he is the biggest judge. A Jah who a judge or judge. So see God, people. Rastacolony put God first. The God are the judge of everything. He said no man can judge no man. No man cannot condemn no man. Every couple of go and sit down on its own bottom. So Rastacolony they. And Rastacolony again know this. The first is the first and the last was the first. And the last will be last. But remember that. No, the first will be first and the last will be last. But remember that Jah said that the last will be first and the first shall be last. Remember the Imperial one done come already and said it will come again as the conquering lion. Remember the Imperial one touched down in Ethiopia. Walk down here amongst men. He come down to Adam and Eve 3 times a day. Watch him come down in the noon and in the morning. Also in the evening. Remember the one of star that of the sun who is of star, the one who is of star, known as Lucifer, come down in a garden and see Jah walk with the creature known as man, as Adam and Eve. When he see this depiction, he get jealous, you know, man. Tell Jah that how he want Jah to show him how he met the copy of man. But Jah say, nah, me nah show you the copy. Remember Adam and Eve was tempted. I remember that Jah say nah show him the copy. Because if he show him the copy, he have a copy man. Remember in this time zone, them a try to clone. Don't forget about the CERN machine. Who the CERN machine wanna go beyond our DNA, go beyond time. Now say them wanna go beyond the atom. The atom is before everything. And we know nothing and nothing behind nothing in outside of everything. They go in there and they tap into the CERN. They went beyond time, they went beyond quartz. So when they go beyond quartz, this is what they come up with. They say they found gold. Has to do with monotonic gold is a superconductive agent. Why the only thing they could have found through the CERN was the gold. Why the only thing out of nothing is gold. They went beyond man. They went beyond the DNA, the CERN machine. It went beyond the DNA, the CERN machine gave off enough radiation. But they went beyond the atom to see what is beyond man. They went beyond quartz to go beyond time. The next thing that they come up with was gold. Some sort of alchemy. Or is this alchemist? So tell me what is this? How come monotonic gold come out of nothing? People ate this some divine thing. That's why Yashua, that's why Jah feet, John said Jah feet, God feet. That's why John said God feet came back looking like metal again. So outside of nothing come back looking like metal. Remember the zoo type. Remember John said he saw heads of horns. He saw animals, he saw cow depiction. Remember John said from 4 sides he saw 6 winged creatures. Remember the 9 different types of angel, the angelic hosts and the cherubims. And don't forget that you could go and read and find out who the rest of them. Rastacolony empower you to do these things. Don't be afraid to pick up the book in these times. Go up on the computer and do some accessing. Type in the VRIL, Vril energy, and see what you come up with. Be careful, if you check it out too far, it may be find out that it is also a religion kind of thing. And it is a very serious thing. Rastacolony tap into that thing and has to stop halfway. The thing is so fucking powerful, it's like astronomy onto the nuclear plant or the global warming. We did it and we not quit, you know, we're working a rhythm because we're going to bring up something and make sure it's successful. You understand? Rastacolony know this. Rastacolony are going to end this. The amount of brain power we have, we could go beyond. And we're not going to even stop because just now we're going to go down beyond the marks and then we're going to spit this lyrics. So, don't waste the tape, don't waste the tape. Don't waste the tape, don't waste the tape. Just take the tape and make the tape go. Remember, he sits up in the high and he sees everything. When he looks down as a scribe, Metatron sits in the back as a scribe and he can see everything. Remember the one Enoch he revealed 3 more angels that John didn't reveal in Revelation. Remember the book of Enoch was found in Ethiopia, written in Ethiopic. The Ethiopic scrolls, the Dead Sea Scrolls was found in Ethiopia, written in Ethiopic, written by the one Enoch. Enoch said that the Father told him to add nothing to this or to take nothing from it. For Rastacolony we did it and we know this. Rastacolony know this. So the Father said to add nothing to it, or to take nothing away from it. So Enoch didn't add anything to it. No, he didn't take nothing away from it. But this is what Enoch said, and this is what he tried to unfold. And in unfolding these things, this is what we know. Stars will be released. He said stars will be stars will be released. He said stars will be released. The one message that came and took up Enoch. Enoch was gone, not in a vision, but in a physical body. Because right now Enoch is still taken up. Enoch is taken up right now. Enoch body cannot be found. Elijah was taken up before. And also Jah put away Moses' body. So tell me, who could have done these things? Unless he was the Elohim, the all-powerful one. Remember his eyes are like the room. Remember his clothes was white like wool. Remember rastacolony know this. So Melchizedek took up Enoch, and Melchizedek took up Enoch. So Melchizedek took up Enoch to the ends of the earth, and Enoch was took up physically. Enoch was saw these things. These things was unfolded to Enoch. When Enoch get up in there, Enoch said that he saw Father. When Enoch get up in there, Enoch claims that he saw the scribe and the one Metatron. When he asked his name, he couldn't get the name. But the one who was called Melchizedek given his name, and some more other angels revealed the name unto Enoch. Melchizedek said that the scribe sits in the background and he sees everything. Despite what the throne eye sees that goes wrong and around, there's still a scribe that sits in the background, and his eye sees everything that goes on. He takes record of everything that goes on in heaven and in earth. So Metatron sees everything. Metatron is his name. Enoch revealed that angel. That angel is also an archangel. That angel is also an archangel, no man. So people find out about the name. Metatron is that one. Sits in the back, knows everything that go on in the earth and also in heaven, is being bared on record. Rastacolony are gonna help reveal these things. We are gonna work with the angelic beings, because when they come back in the earth, the world is gonna fight against them with the Defray and the harp, with the plutonium and the titanium and the nuclear plant. Colony know this, but the power have been given unto those angels. Because the archangel, the body no more powerful than him. The frail energy they like a sword in his hand. Remember, the sword is not made of metal. The sword is onto the frail energy. Frail energy. The sword is like gun to the frail energy. Tesla did it with the frail energy. Rastacolony go and document the frail energy. Nobody can say they hear about the frail energy. Cause me tell them about the frail energy. Me tell them about megalithic stones. Megalithic stones. People know about megalithic stones. Me tell them how when they take megatonic juice, how the brain become like a quantum drive. How you know everything. Rastafari, you can see everything, you tap into everything. Your brain can reach from here to Jerusalem. Remember, your brain can reach from here to any planet. Remember, the people know this. That's why they want your brain. They know this. Colony also know this. These things ain't nothing new to Rastacolony. Rastacolony know this. Pyramids on the stone and the stars have been released unto Enoch. Enoch went up in there and said he saw a place where the stars was barred. Stars was barred till they can't let go. One day that they will be released. He said he saw a mother angel, but they couldn't tell him his name. But he said he saw some place that stars will be released. When the stars are released, make sure that you're intact. Make sure you have a stone in your pocket to even pray to the Lord. Remember, these stones will be here after you. Remember, you in a RIP. You're gonna rest in peace. Even if they burn you, no man, you're gonna have ashes, which is dirt, no man. Even if they bury you, you're gonna go between the dirt. The casket is gonna break down into dirt. Rastacolony, you came from the dirt. Man, form you in the river if you're just go back to that place. Civilization begin upon the bank of the river Nile. Go back to that place that is the heart of the whole world. That is where the whole, all of the water is being accessed through the river Euphrates. That is like the heartbeat of the whole world. All river come out of that, all streams come out of that. We know that is go back to Mediterranean. Rastacolony, we know these things. We know where the middle of the world is. We know where Ethiopia is. We know where the headquarters is. We know where Lalabella is. Rastacolony, we can't be stupid in these times because Lalabella was digged out of the mountain. How could people have digged out Lalabella out of the mountain? How could people have digged out Lalabella out of the mountain? The thing is geometrically aligned. The thing is level, 3 times level. Who could have leveled something like that? Remember, it was made out of rock. They had to dig down inside the rock. Then they had to make themselves a door. Then they had to dig out themselves a room. Then they're gonna dig 10 more stories down. And then they're gonna go another 10 more stories again beyond that. Then they're gonna go like 20 stories down. Lalabella was made out of rock. The rocket launcher wasn't used there. The jackhammer wasn't used there. So who could have done these things? Tell me monotonic gold was used there. Tell me if monotonic gold was used there. People let me know if megatonic gold was used there. People let me know if megatonic gold was used there. Who could have done these things? Was it the imperial one, man? Remember God said that his holy mountains is up in the land, up in those highlands. Remember John baptized John upon the river Jordan. Just where he lives. Jordan is right there in Ethiopia, no man. Now get twisted, no man. Africa, all of these things belong. Egypt belongs to Africa. People don't talk about Cairo and them places. Don't talk about Gubab. Don't talk about places like Sakara, no man. Don't talk about Lexstar, no man, that have all the swings, no man. The Sphinx, no man. Don't talk about that have all the swings. They have over about 900 sinks down there, and Napoleon went and blow off them nose for what given reason, so that we will even know that is that out of our descendants. But Rastacolony there to let the people them know that Napoleon blow off the nose of the swings, so that we won't know that because about 900, who could have built them up to now? Nobody don't know that. Remember there's things that be written on there that certain people can read. Rastacolony can read hieroglyphics. I know what the hieroglyphics are say, so in these times me I say what the hieroglyphics are say. Rastacolony got something to say, so check out the documentary at lf1. Rastacolony, check out the documentary, no man. Man, draw something, no man. Do something successful, no man. Do some artwork, no man. Rastacolony empower you, no man. Get up and start chanting, no man. Chant even if you have to chant the Psalms, no man. Rastacolony go and play some football, no man. Go and kick a goal through the bar. Go and dribble a boy. Go and be a striker or something. Go and be a quarterback or something. Rastacolony do something. Empower the people to go and do something. Remember, grace is to smoke and weed is to smoke, but other things we not gonna deal with that, because straight from the earth when Jah come down in the Orion belt in Egypt, watch he come down by the pyramids. Come down off of the Orion belt when he come down by the pyramids. Remember the star is very close to the earth, and because the star is so close to the earth is gonna like laugh or cry or something. So there comes the tears coming through the river Nile. The river Nile now is gonna flood. Remember, after flood it's gonna be the crops. Remember, it's gonna be a harvest after the crops, and everybody's gonna be happy because Jah come down and walk amongst men at that time. Remember, the farthest planet on the celestial belt is the 12th planet. That is where the Anunnakis come down from. Rastacolony, we know this. So we unfold this and deal with the depiction. Depicting Michelangelo, depict the one in the church. He takes that depiction from over in the church in Lalabella. Remember the Christ child with the finger touching the finger. Remember that painting that have been seen in Rome. Where did that painting depiction come from? Lalabella, that church from was before AD to BC. So tell me, who is the one who have the oldest depiction? Which church have the oldest depiction, man? Is it the Michelangelo depiction, or is it the Ethiopian depiction? Is it the Orthodox depiction? But me know the Orthodox have the truth, cause them been here from ever since. Don't forget T2 was like onto metal. Don't forget the Silver Surfer was onto metal. So don't forget that these angels had the strength to dig up churches out of. Don't forget that these beings had the power to dig up churches out of rock, because the bodies was made of metal. You're gonna wanna know how did they sculpture these churches, all these monumental signs that you go around seeing. Nobody don't know how these things is being done. Also like onto the pyramids. But if you understand that the people had metal in their body, you would know that they could have lift these things. You could have known they could have sculptured these things out of rock because they would have metal inside. People, you have to understand these things. Rastacolony just did a dream. Rastacolony did a read. And I understand, stand. So people please take heed, no man. And get to understand who is the atom, no man. Get to understand the atom and the Elohim, no man. Get to understand who was first made man. Get to understand who was first when man was made. Get to understand how civilization start, no man. It didn't just only start with man. When it was just man. Man was lonely, you know, man. So you have to bring in a woman, you know, man. Remember, he didn't bring in another man, you know, man. He bring in a woman, you know. He brought in the Eve of the Eve of the Eve on the Eve, you know, man. Of the Eve of all of the Eves. He brought in all of the Eves, you know, man. And dear Eve sit, you know, man. Beautiful and pretty, you know, man. Woman, you know, man. So that way we're deal with, you know, man. In these times. Rastacolony know these things. The ribs was taken out of man while man was resting. So he formed the woman so that the man can be onto the woman. When man come out a woman again, man want to go back in woman. So every night and every day, man, they try them best to go back in a woman. Rasta man, please don't try to go in on a man. Please still try to go into some woman. Rasta man go into some woman. You understand? Study the brain and study the intellect, because then come out of we and we have the understanding. Remember, we are the Godhead with the higher capacity, because we was here dreaming long before them. Then we was lonely, and then just he had to send on them. But remember the depiction of we was here first. A man was given the powers to rule over all of civilization, including everything on top of everything. Even if they want to say over woman or over man or over, we was given the powers to rule over. Man was given the powers to rule over everything. Man was given the powers to rule over everything. Bring the earth onto his subjection. So I mean, I see why man a fly and go to moon and say them I go to Mars. The man said to bring the earth under subjection. Never say bring space under your subjection. So he said bring the earth under your subjection. So if you bring the earth under your subjection, so tell me how comes you don't have a stone? When the father said to bring the earth under your subjection, man have a stone in your pocket or wear a stone as a necklace or something. Rastacolony have to wear a stone in their necklace or something. The father said to bring the stone as a, use the earth under your subjection. So carry around a stone in your pocket, no man. Don't be stupid, no man. Rastacolony get to understand what Jah deal with. Don't go to understand what the Romans alone are deal with. The more they talk about God, and then not deal with what the Father deal with. Because they're not tapping in the megatonic, no, they're not believing in the megalithic. Nobody not even speak about the vril. So how comes this one man called Marcus to speak about the vril? Check out the vril, no man. Here's a satanic religion too as well, no man. But we're not going to even go there, no man. Rastacolony understand these things. Rastacolony hopefully we know this. Rastacolony have done these things. Rastacolony explain this. In the evening when he come down to walk with Eve and Adam, he used to come and bless them up and pray with them. Don't forget to pray at noon and pray in the evening and pray in the evening. And 3 times a day Jah used to come down and visit man. So when is man gonna go and visit Jah 3 times a day? Hold up any place and stand up on a rock and say some prayer, no man. Jah is there waiting to hear your voice, no man. Man, be grateful for being alive, no man. Remember, you can't be alive if he don't want you to be. Rastacolony give thanks and praises to that imperial one, even if they say he is the Elohim, no man. Pay homage and subject to something who is over you, no man. So Rastacolony I go tap out just after them tap in. So how come they want rastacolony to tap out just after rastacolony tap in? So how come they want rastacolony to tap out just after rastacolony tap in? We come in, we not even have done anything or say anything or even done anything. Remember, he used to carry around the Vril power. Remember, the Vril power was known and known to everyone. Remember, the brain can act like a quantum drive. Remember, everything that was known already.
Man, bless the love, see? I'll see you guys next week. Alright, brother.
So here how me gonna end it now. Deal with it, Russell. I always say to deal with it. So people remember we said to tap in. Rastacolony the day again upon all ends. Surfacing just like the T2 or just like the Silver Surfer. Remember when the Silver Surfer come down, he touched down like he was platinum. Remember people didn't even know it come down like a star. He come off of the Orion belt or something. We don't even know. Remember he was come out of orbit. Remember the Orion belt belongs to Leo. Remember Leo is the one that bring down the depiction of the Almighty. Remember when they say that the Almighty come down, he always appear in white. Why white? Oh no, this flash that's flashing on me is flashing in white. Why white? Remember when they say they couldn't find nothing or for nothing, they go and check into the atom. The atom is who make man, which is known as to do with the atom. Remember when they build the CERN machine, they say they find gold. Why the only thing out of nothing is gold? Why down in the CERN machine they find gold? Why they cannot find nothing else down in the CERN machine? Why the CERN machine reveal gold? Why nothing else gonna reveal out of the CERN machine? The CERN machine they say reveal gold. People understand that nothing over nothing make gold. Megatonic gold is a superconductive agent. Superconductive agent, we say superconductive agent. Monotonic gold is like a superconductive agent. Remember, 100% in is like 100% out. We don't need no station from no 100 mile to no 100 mile. People understand that. Remember Rastacolony tell them that. People, we don't need a station from the 100 mile to no 100 mile. We have tapped into the Vril energy. Nikola Tesla tapped into the Vril energy. Remember the archangels, the power was given unto. Remember the archangels, the powers was being given unto them. Michael, the archangels did it to slew them down. We don't need no wires. Our brain is tapped in like a quantum drive. Remember, this is Rastacolony. Our brain is tapped in like a quantum drive. So when you take megalith, when you take monotonic gold, your brain become like a superconductive agent. Monotonic gold is known to make your brain capacity go way beyond the stars. You reach another planet from over there to over here. Everything is telepathic. Remember, you know things you never know. You was able to lift stones that you never even know how to lift. Megalithic stones was known to you. Remember, you was able to lift those things. Megalithic stones, we say from megalithic stones used to weigh about 2 jumbo jet size. We say 3 jumbo jet size. Megalithic stones is known to lift as the 3 jumbo jet size. 3 jumbo jet size. We say 3 jumbo jet size. Megalithic stones is known to be as 3 jumbo jet size. So who could lift megalithic stones? Who was the ones them that lift megalithic stones? We want to know, man. Let's head to the States to find out who did this and head to megalithic stones. It had to be those ones who was unknown. I think it was written on the Pharaoh's tomb, who was known to be the ones them before Isis. Those people have been known. They have been written on the Pharaoh's grave, people. lf1 rastacolony show you that. Who could I show you that? Go back in the pyramid code. Say the pyramid is not red, no, the pyramid is not green, no, the pyramid is not. Go back to the stones. Understand that the stone is the highest mineral in the earth. Remember the father said to go on to the ant that was sluggard. Consider the ant wise and be wise. Remember who did up in this time? Go back to the Ecclesiastes. And then consider the ant wise and be wise. Up to now, nobody not go back to the Ecclesiastes. Tell me how people could never go back to the Ecclesiastes. Remember that the ants them, he said to go back to the earth and be wise. Remember he said to the earth we have to study. So how come we not carrying the earth in our pocket or even wear some earth around our neck? Remember the stones is like the bones onto the earth. Remember the stones is like the bones onto the earth. So how comes we not wearing a stone? Rasta Colony tell me how comes we no wear no stone. The stones is like onto the highest property or the highest mineral, the source of the earth. Rasta Colony tell me who could show you this. Only Pyramid Code could show you this. Please check into our documentary live at rastacolony.com. www.rastacolony.com. This is Long Life and Raswawa out on all ends. Please check into lf1 www.rastacolony. Everything is everything, you know. We see the raccoon, it comes to and bless at Rasta Colony. So please check into www.rastacolony.com.